as promised, a tutorial with one of my breathing exercises. The first I did put was Sofietti. Sofietti is quite good in my idea and quite balanced. This one works on something different. It always works on reactivity of the diaphragm. And we take away a little of the stiffness we have in the jaws sometimes. So it is a breathing out very fast with a different speed in the opening of the mouth. I will put, as usual, in my breathing exercises, you will find that we never do just one gesture by itself. You start understanding that. We do a complete cycle of breathing, always. And to me, we always do 3 cycles, never just one. Minimum 3 complete, and the 4th one. The strategy is that we will do some wrong things. We will realize that we did something not exactly as I asked and as you want to do. You don't stop, you don't interrupt. You go on. You will take care next time to try to avoid the mistake you did. The strategy is to do enough good not to be useless. The strategy is never to do perfect. We will never do something perfect with our training and with the voice. It will happen, it will be perfect. To me, knowledge and the technique is to do less wrong. So we start that we can do wrong on those sides, and we work to do less wrong and less wrong and less wrong, so that our level will be an oscillation. And this oscillation will be contained by the fact that the level will be raised by the fact that we can't go till there while we are training, and we train to get less down. So we start like that, and then we start doing less, and then that. And the level will be the oscillation, with the low point being all the time during the training less low. Not to be perfect. To be perfect, we will avoid the mistakes that we will usually do. We will avoid the entire process of learning. We are very happy not to be perfect. We are not happy not to getting up the lower point. So we will do in succession some important things that are more important than others. And very often I will ask, since we are really changing the instruments, when we will use vocalizations and notes, if we want to find some correct gesture, this correct gesture sometimes, as I also always say, will have something not perfect in finding it and in developing it. Not to strain the voice, we will leave the sound not be good, and sometimes also the notes not be good. Knowing that if we work well on the muscles and on the gesture, as if you play a violin and you want to work on the left hand, you will not sacrifice your hand, your tendons and the elasticity of finding the opening of the hand and the correct way of finding positions just to have the note. It is exactly the same with the voice. It is not intuitive because we don't know why. We think that since there is some who has a better pitch than others just to start, we must remain also and always in the pitch. We will be stiff. So a very correct way of training is to avoid any kind of excess of stiffness and any kind of stiffness that not makes you improve.